everyone, so I'm back again to do a review on my Neutrogena facial wash and daily scrub. I realised that in my other video I called it Nivea. It's Neutrogena. I've been using this weekly, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week depending on how often I actually remember to use it, for over a month now, and I feel like I can give a proper review on it now. I did actually film another review, but YouTube wasn't accepting it for some reason, so hopefully this one will be able to go up. Before I get into it, the whole thing about how often I use it, that's just purely because I change my skin routine so often and I like to try loads of different products, which isn't the best thing for my skin, but it's what I do. And I often actually just kind of forget to use certain products. But with these products, to prove that I personally think they're very good, is that I've actually kept some kind of routine with them. Other things I've used, and then after a week or so they've just ended up stored away and I haven't used them since. But these things I keep going religiously back to. Now, so I'll talk about the facial wash first, purely because I don't have as much to say about it. It's a facial wash. It's what you'd expect a facial wash to be. I personally, the pink grapefruit smell, I've heard a lot of people saying that they like it. I personally don't like it. I don't mind it so much, but it's just that I think it has a very chemically fake grapefruit smell to it. So, but that being said, it doesn't disgust me and it doesn't linger on my face. What I tend to do is I use the scrub first and then I use the facial wash after, and I'll explain why when I talk more about the scrub. But as for the facial wash, a little goes a long way, as you can tell. It's a good consistency, it lathers really well. I have the Neutrogena Wave. If you try using it with that, it's really, really good. It hasn't broke my skin out at all. I have had one breakout since using these products, but I don't think it was due to these products because it hasn't happened again since. The only thing I would say is that I find both the facial wash and the exfoliator not so much, or the daily scrub as it's called, not so much, but it does tend to dry my skin out a bit. I just find that after using the facial wash, once my skin dries, it doesn't feel dry as in horrible and flaky. It just feels like all the moisture from it's kind of gone. Like it's, in some ways it feels kind of plasticky. I can't explain it very well, but it's easily sorted, just like you would use with any other skincare. I just say to use a moisturiser afterwards. I use an oil-free one from Botanics, which is a Boots brand, and I really, really love this moisturiser as well. Hate the smell of it. It smells absolutely disgusting, but it works really, really well. It definitely helps if you have oily areas, and I have very selective oily areas and very selective dry areas. It doesn't dry out. It doesn't make my dry areas drier, and it helps keep the oil under control. Just saying, that's my little review on that one. But back to the facial wash. It makes your face feel very, very clean, and I really like using the 2 of them together. Okay, so onto the scrub, which is the main thing really. It says helps eliminate spots and blemishes with a fresh, clean feel. I don't know if it eliminates spots and blemishes. Like I said, I have had breakouts since. My skin's very temperamental and it can be flared up by everything. I often get breakouts when I'm just feeling stressed, and nothing seems to be able to get rid of that because it's just a natural thing for me. But what I do find it does is it really does take off dead skin. I get very, very dry skin between my eyebrows and above my eyebrows, like ridiculously dry, and sometimes on my chin, to the point where I know it sounds horrible, but I feel like just scratching it off is horrible. And so what I do is I use the scrub and I rub that all in over my face. I leave it for a little while, then I add a little bit of water on my hands and scrub it in again. It's very, very gentle. I have super sensitive skin, and the beads are so fine that they don't irritate my skin, they don't scratch them. When I'm wanting a bit more exfoliant, I tend to use the Volcanic Ash exfoliator from MAC. Of course, that was a limited edition item, so I'm trying to keep as much of it as I can, make it last. But what I found about that one is that it does tend to scratch my skin. It hurts a bit when I use it, but the Neutrogena one doesn't do that. It's very good for sensitive skin. I do find that after I've washed it away, I still find little beads on my face. They don't dissolve very well, so that's just one little thing, minor detail. That's why I actually use the wash after I use the scrub, is just to help get rid of those beads. Products I tend to like to use with it if I'm wanting a bit more of a deep clean are the Soap and Glory Scrub Your Nose in it. I like to use this along my T-zone because, as it says, it prevents pores. I don't notice any difference in the size of my pores through using the Neutrogena products. I don't think it claims to do anything with pores anyway, apart from unclog them. I use the scrub as well, from Soap and Glory, just to help diminish my pores. And another thing I tend to use after the face wash sometimes is the Volcanic Ash Thermal Mask, because I feel like once I take it off, my skin feels cleaner. So that's kind of my skincare routine. Those are the things I like to use together, but the main review is obviously on the Neutrogena products. I think they're very, very good. I got them when it was by the 2 for £5, so that was a really good deal. I think individually they're like £5.99 each, so it can be a bit pricey. If I was going to recommend one thing to purchase out of the two of them, it would actually be the scrub. My phone's going. Because while I do like the daily wash, I feel like you can find a good daily wash with any skincare brand. So definitely good everyday items if you have an everyday regime, or if you're like me and you kind of switch it up a lot. They're definitely good for just using once in a while. You always feel the difference after using them. I believe I went a week without using them and my skin felt horrible, and I used them again, and straight away after the first time my skin felt clean and my dry spots were gone, and it was just great. I really, really love the products. So if you can get past the smell, or if you like the smell, good for you, then the products are great, and I can't really fault them. Only tiny little things that don't really mean anything. So that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any questions, or if you want any review on other items that I've shown, just leave a comment or a message and I will see what I can do. Okay, bye guys.